Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and first impressions of actually a few different items today. I have a few different EDC items on the table for you guys today, and I'm going to go through each one in just a minute. This isn't really my traditional unboxing first impressions video, but I thought it would be cool to get a couple different items on the table at once and kind of throw them all into one video. So let's get into it. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and knife reviews. I have some EDC content coming too. I really am enjoying the EDC community. Love you guys. And of course, I'll be doing some EDC gear reviews kind of sprinkled in there with my usual knife stuff. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way and we'll jump into it. So I have a pen here from Tactile Turn. As you can see, it's a pen-shaped box. And I have a COA card from Tactile Turn. I also have a couple items here that I'm sure you guys recognize. 2 mini Fulcrums from Vero Engineering. And I really need to stop buying these because I have too many of them. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. So I'm going to put these to the side and get that wire out of the way. Now, let's go ahead and see what this COA card says. It's the Nautilus, so it's a seasonal release pen. July 2021 release. Up from the depths and into your pen collection. Okay. So, unique iridescent gold-toned blue Cerakote. So we finished it off with bronze-colored accents and an anchor engraved on the clip. All right, awesome. So this is actually a pretty unique COA card. While there is no number or like birth date, even though it says July 2021 release, it is made out of metal. So I'm assuming this is titanium. I'm hoping this is a titanium COA card. If it is, that's awesome, even though it doesn't have a specific birth date on it of the pen, which I would have preferred, or a number. A titanium special edition, certificate of authenticity card, I think is very cool. So, good start. Now, if you don't know Tactile Turn, they are a pen company. They're from Texas. They machine everything in-house. They do these really cool titanium pens. They also do copper and bronze, and I think they do zirconium, but titanium is their main thing. They also branched out to Tactile Knife Co. They're making knives now. I think it's three knives total on their lineup. Coming out with a chef's knife, which is super cool. I did a review or a unboxing first impressions on their folder, which is the new thumb stud version of the Rockwall. They make really cool stuff. So it's the same people. I think it's Will Hodges who's behind Tactile Turn and Tactile Knife Co. But they have a really small team in Texas, machining everything in house and just making really cool stuff. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. Damn! Oh my god! Whew! You guys see that? I don't know if this is the best lighting, but oh my god. Wow, okay. So let's go ahead and get this out. Just insane. Aesthetically, this is an insane pen. So this is the seasonal release. This is the Nautilus. It is a side click pen. So you can go to their website, tactileturn.com, and you can get their side click pens. I'm pretty sure those are in stock, and they come in, I think, titanium, bronze, and copper. I'm pretty sure, and they also come in 3 sizes. So they come in standard, short, and mini. I got this version, the seasonal release, the Nautilus, in short, which is kind of their version of medium. The mini is smaller and the standard is larger. So this is the medium size. I think this is the way to go. I think this is the best size. it's a side click. So when you deploy, I almost said deploy the knife. I'm so used to making my knife videos. But when you deploy the pen, boom, and then if you hit that button again, it doesn't do anything. You have to actually hit this little side click square, and then it retracts. Deploy, retracts. So it's actually really kind of addicting and fidgety. There's certainly a fidget factor with this pen. It is a titanium pen, and they have Cerakoted it. So it's milled titanium, and I'm trying to get the camera to focus. So can you guys see? So I'm gonna get these out of the way. Not sure if you guys can see, there is a milling pattern. So these really thin, there you go, delicate milling lines into the titanium, which is kind of one of Tactile Turn's and Tactile Knife Co.'s trademarks. You know, that's kind of one of their signature design features, is this really kind of intricate, delicate milling that you can feel in hand. It just adds, for the pens, it adds just a little bit of grip, and it's very thin, almost not noticeable, especially because this is Cerakoted. But on the knives, it's much more pronounced. It's kind of a thicker, more serious milling pattern, as it should be. It definitely adds to the grip, and it, you know, the knives need more grip than the pens. So huge fan of the design, the side click. The clip looks great. I definitely want to see how that is in my pocket. Good retention. That looks like T8. Let's see, do I have a bit? Is this T8? Yes, T8. Yep. So T8 hardware, which is awesome. No T6 stuff. And if you guys are unsure, I'm sure some of you know already, but the reason why you hear people talk about T6 versus T8, the T6 hardware and the T6 screws, the Torx bit tends to strip. It tends to strip the screws when they're, you know, T6 is smaller than T8, so it tends to strip the screw or mess up the bit. So they're much harder to, you know, unscrew and screw in if you like taking your knives or your pens apart. So that's why people prefer T8. T8 is much more sturdy and stable. So yeah, that's definitely a positive, definitely a plus that this is T8. I mean, look at that texture, that sparkle on the clip and on the top button. The button? I gotta really learn my pen lingo here. Definitely not a pen expert. If there's a better name for the top of the pen, let me know. So you can see we have a little anchor engraved in there. And as far as the coating, the Cerakote, it's a coating that bonds with the titanium, so it's not gonna come off. I mean, it can scratch off if you really abuse the crap out of your pen, but it's pretty sturdy. You know, it's not like paint. It's not like paint where it just can scrape off easily. This is coated, so you're not gonna. It'll definitely protect the pen, protect the titanium. So definitely an added durability to the pen. Feels great in hand. I'm gonna be doing some writing with this and seeing how it writes, but just so comfortable. It feels a little bit thick, you know, between my fingers. Yep, insert your, you know, go ahead. There's a joke in there somewhere, but feels a little bit thick, but it's also very, very comfortable. So I think that just about does it for the first impressions on the Tactile Turn Nautilus, the side click Nautilus. Very cool, really awesome pen. Definitely adding this to my EDC. Now let's go ahead and get into the Fulcrums. So I'm sure some of you are Vero engineering freaks, and you're you know, you have just as many Fulcrums as I do, and just as many Vero knives as I do. So definitely leave me a comment and let me know what is your favorite Vero product or Vero knife, or which type of fulcrum you prefer. So let's go ahead and do, let's go ahead and open this one up first. We got the Fulcrum Mini Vero Engineering designer, Joseph Vero, and it is the DLC version. So cool, we got a little kind of signature Vero microfiber cloth and the DLC Mini Fulcrum. So totally DLC coated. If someone wants to explain the difference between Cerakote and DLC, I'm all ears. Try not to use too many big words. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Wow. So again, this DLC coating is not gonna scrape off too easily. It's definitely gonna add to the durability. This is if you've never seen the Fulcrum, it is a pry bar. It is also a bit driver, so you can actually put the bits into that hole and then use it to either take apart knives. There's Torx bits, and there's also flathead and Phillips head. So pry bar, it has a pocket clip, it's DLC coated, and it is a bit driver. So I've been using, I have a titanium, kind of just a raw actually more than one. I have a the one that I use mostly, you know, kind of my real serious EDC user is raw titanium, and that's the one I'm usually using and I usually have in my pocket. But I mean, can't really beat this DLC coated one. Whew. Looking amazing. So I'll go ahead and get this back in its cloth. Actually, you know what? No, I'll leave it out. I'm gonna put the tin to the side. I'll leave that right here. And let's see what we have in here. So brass Fulcrum Mini. Again, in the cloth. Oh, man. So we also have a DLC coated clip on this one. I'll get this tin out of the way. And let's take a look. So one thing that I've seen pictures and I've heard that the brass mini fulcrum is not to be abused because from what I understand, the brass is softer than the titanium. It's not as durable. So if you're prying anything too serious, I've seen the pry bar part of the fulcrum get really just trashed and mangled. So I would definitely, if you're going to do any serious prying, I would definitely stick to the DLC coated titanium or the other titanium versions, maybe the raw titanium. But I mean, you can't really beat the looks of the brass, and you're going to get some patina on this. And of course the clip is DLC coated. Of course, it's the same setup. We have Phillips head, we have flathead, and then it comes with a few Torx bits, so you can use it as a bit driver. It's compact. I also have, excuse me, I also have a full-size fulcrum, but what I found is that it's just kind of like too much for my EDC, too much for my pocket. These or my raw titanium mini fulcrum, the mini fulcrums have found their way into my pocket way more often, just because it takes up less space. You know, the full-size fulcrum is like that, and it's great. It works. I did a scale swap on my TRM Neutron a while back with the full-size fulcrum. But I just, as far as EDC goes, the mini is the way to go. I think these are on his website now, so you guys can definitely check it out, try and snag one. They used to be super hard to get, and now he upped the production, and they're much more available than they were. So definitely check it out, see if you can grab one. I think these are like, they're under $100, so I want to say like $80, $90 maybe. But I'm sure he has all the prices listed. Oh, almost flipped my mat over. So overall, just to review, We got a couple Vero Engineering mini Fulcrums, really useful pry bar and bit driver in one with the pocket clip. They also come without pocket clips, but I always prefer my EDC stuff to have pocket clips, so if I need to clip it to my belt or clip it in my pocket, I can. And then of course we have the Tactile Turn Nautilus seasonal release. They just came out with a new seasonal release. It's I think it's called the Stealth. Super cool. It's kind of, I think it's coded. I think it's also DLC coded, kind of blacked out, the blacked out version. So check that out. And it is I'm pretty sure it's a bolt action, so super cool. But we got our mini Fulcrums, we have our Tactile Turn pen, my EDC gear is set for a while, and I'll definitely be back with some more knife videos soon. So thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Catch you guys later. This has been Knife Standards.